Jared Hamilton with the Hamilton Group at Cherry Creek Mortgage. Welcome to another edition of Java with Jared. Once again, happy Friday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. Well, rates finished the week once again better than where they ended last week. So the rally just kind of continued here after the Federal Reserve made their decision to increase interest rates. Now, that sounds counterintuitive, but as I've talked about before, when the Federal Reserve actually increases credit, it curbs the potential for inflation in the future. Inflation is interest rates' arch enemy, and because inflation prospects might be diminished in the future, that can obviously help interest rates, and we're seeing that continue, and we've actually broken above or through some resistance levels. So the good news is interest rates are continuing to do pretty well, and hopefully making back some of the ground that they lost on the previous about 3 weeks after or before the Federal Reserve actually made their decision to increase rates. We saw a lot of actually economic data from the housing market. We actually did see the FHFA, which is the Federal Housing and Finance Authority Home Price Index, come in, and that showed actually a moderation from 6.2% down to 5.2%. But the median home price actually did go up a little bit, so it just shows that there's just more price pressure in that lower price bracket, which, does make a whole lot of sense. We did see existing home sales come in, and that actually also showed an actually decline of about 3.7%. And the reason that that's happening is just because inventory levels actually dropped once again from a national basis. There's only about a 3-month supply of inventory here in Denver. It's even less than 30 days. A normal absorption rate is about 6%. So it's this lack of inventory here that is kind of keeping people from actually going under contract, just because people can't find a house to put under contract, or they're getting a little bit discouraged, which we're just seeing a lot also here in Denver. New home sales actually showed an increase, and that showed an increase of about 6.1% or 6.1%, which is actually the second best number over the last 9 years. Now, what's going to be happening in the future is really all dependent upon what happens in Congress. All eyes are on the Capitol here with what's going to be going on with the repeal and replace of the Affordable Health Care Act. Because remember, this administration's ran on, 3 primary tenets, and one is, replace and repeal, but also tax reform, deregulation, and potentially increase of spending for infrastructure. So passing this repeal and replace of the Affordable Health Care Act is actually the first step in actually getting to tax reform, because the administration is going to say, okay, we saved a bunch of money here on the repeal and replace of the Affordable Health Care Act, so we can use that money to actually then have these tax breaks, and we can kind of, in essence, fund that. So if they don't get, if the administration does not get the passing of the Affordable Health Care Act, it's going to make some of these tax reform proposals actually probably diminished. And it's also going to then come into question, well, how effective is this administration going to be with passing all these things? So, and if things don't go well, the stock market, more than likely, because it was rallying based upon all these things happening, and that would be good for the economy, stock market probably wouldn't like it, and then there would be a flight to quality. So again, all eyes are going to be on Capitol Hill here, and what happens today on this vote and in the days to come. Then it's got to go through the Senate as well. But this is going to be the first step. So that's going to be really what the market's going to be focused on. We'll keep you informed as to what's going on. If you guys are working this weekend and out there looking at properties, you need any of your clients or you need any help, please give us a call. We're always happy to help. Thanks for joining me with Java with Jared, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.